Hello there, everybody. My name is Travis Bowman, and I'm going to do something a little bit different today for my YouTube channel. I'm going to jump on Omegle, which, if you don't know, that's a video chatting app that you can get on the internet if you have a webcam, and it puts you in a chat room with a complete stranger, and that's going to be very interesting, especially because I have this to show off to people. This is the Mason prototype harp guitar, one of a kind instrument, and it's very beautiful and crazy and interesting, and I think I'm just going to get on there and see what people think about it. So here we go. Let's jump in on Omegle.
The fuck kind of instrument is that?
Oh shit, man, we had the same idea.
The fuck?
This is called a harp guitar.
Huh.
You've never seen one of these before?
No.
No? It's basically just a guitar with a giant arm on it that's got some floating bass strings here.
Fuck. Okay. Let blow my mind.
Blow your mind. Well, I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try.
You modest motherfucker. Oh, I don't know. I'll try. I don't know.
Where are you from, man?
The UK.
Really? Which
Yeah. Ireland, Northern Ireland.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very
Well,
much.
genuinely awesome.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You've entertained me. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Well, thank you, man. I'm glad. I'm glad I can entertain somebody. Oh. Is this a duty call?
Uh-huh.
Call of Duty?
Oh, no, this is Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh. What system are you on?
Huh?
What system are you playing on?
PS4.
Nice.
What about you? What do you play on?
The harp guitar.
Whoa, what is that?
Whoa! This is a harp guitar.
Ooh, I
A
like
harp
it.
guitar.
It looks interesting.
I've never heard of that.
You never heard of a harp guitar before?
No.
Okay. Well, here it is. It's just. Can
you play it right now? Can you play a song?
Of course, I'll play you a tune, sure.
Thank
That's really cool.
I really like that.
Well, thank you. What key are you in?
Wanna hear something?
Yeah.
You know the song?
Yeah.
You know what is the name of your instrument? It's
This
pretty
is a
weird.
harp guitar.
Harp guitar.
Yeah. Where are
Okay.
you from?
I'm from Tunisia. And you, where are you from?
I'm from Arkansas in the United States.
Nice to meet you. What's your name? Travis. Yeah. My name is Abdul Haq.
Abdul Haq.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Yeah. Maybe you can say Abdul Haq. Abdul Haq. Yeah. These Arabic letters.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's Abdul Haq.
Haq. Yeah. You know, I have not go to the barber for like 1 month now.
Well, it looks good on you, man. You rock the beard really well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Video is monitored. keep it clean.
Or and a bass? It
Yes,
is.
this is called a harp guitar.
I've never seen anything like that. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to spread the cheer, and you just gave me a little piece of info. That's fucking groovy. Oh, much love, brother. Fucking stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. And thank you for that fucking cool piece of information.
Of course.
I'm gonna
man.
go look at some of these right now.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube.
Fucking-
There's lots of harp guitar players on YouTube.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna check it out right now.
All right,
Much
man.
love, dude. Fucking pass on the good pass on the good vibes. We'll see you around.
You too, man. Have a good one.
Hey, it's you. We're so
Hi.
sorry.
Hi.
We left before.
Sorry.
She had a call and bad connection.
I forgive you.
Thank you so much.
My,
we
my
felt bad
feelings
for it.
my feelings were not hurt.
Well, we don't know how to play guitar, but we do like guitar. We started learning. We know how to play ukulele.
Oh, cool.
We
That's
don't
our
have
main
it with
thing.
us
We don't-
yet.
Alonso's head is too
Just
small.
That's a lovely hat.
I was just wondering about that top part. Like, that's the second circle, the little one. That's just for sound, or do you actually
Yes.
like?
Yeah.
Play it?
Like I can play something on the guitar here, like that. But if I use the bass strings, it just makes it a little bit beefier, like that.
Yeah.
So you don't ever like touch the ones that are like in the top part? You
Like
don't ever
up
use-
here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can like
Okay.
Thank you for teaching us.
Be safe, guys.
Hey, you, too.
Bye.
What is that?
This is a harp guitar.
That is fucking awesome. Whoever designed that was on whatever. I don't really know. Yeah, but that's awesome.
Interesting. Never seen an instrument that looked like that before.
Really? This is it's called the harp guitar.
Okay.
Are you in the bathroom?
Yes. As I keep on explaining, I didn't want to take off the shirt, so just some cold water.
What's the cold water for?
Like I can put it on my face and all that, so I can cool down.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. Play. Impressive.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
From Arkansas.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm from Italy.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I hear bad news coming out of that
Yeah,
pandemic.
we are in a bad situation. We have to wait, you know. Everything that we can do about it is like stay in our house, don't move, don't leave our houses, and try to be safe.
You and your family are okay though?
Yeah. I'm personally I'm okay. Yeah. I don't care much about this quarantine. You know, I got something to do. I play.
Really?
Yeah. Well, let me play some.
Sure. Oh shit!
Thank you.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you. How long have you been playing?
About 15 years now, I think.
Nice.
It's been a
This
while.
type of guitar. Well, how is that called?
This is called a harp guitar.
Harp guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How old are you?
I'm 27.
You 10 years older than me. Nice. It was nice to meet you, bro.
You
Have a
too,
good
man. Stay
one.
safe.
Keep
Wishing the best for you and your family.
You too. Thank you, bro. I really
Alright.
appreciate that.
It's you again.
That's not a guitar. Wait, that is a guitar.
Yeah. New Sensodyne sensitive. What the hell kind of guitar is that? Holy shit.
You play through the fire and the flames with that guitar?
Oh, what are you gonna play?
I can play a song, I guess.
Okay, you can play one.
All right then. Hello.
Right, kid, the big this is all vlogs.
Hey! Bye. Ever since I took the guitar filter off, people are just rude.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, just fine. Just distancing myself socially.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
That's a Sega Dreamcast.
No, I've met you before, but you didn't have this contraption in front of you.
You've met me before?
Yeah, on here. Like, I saw you 20 minutes ago, your camera was at like a different angle. I could see the VHS tape or the TV behind you a lot better. And you did not have this violin guitar oboe thing.
Are you sure that was me?
It looks like I'm like 100% sure. You didn't have this tribal communal guitar in front of you. And I'm intimidated.
Well, I've only been doing this for a few minutes, and I've had this instrument with me the whole time. So it must be somebody else that looks a lot like me. There are 42,000 people online right now. Could have been
I
somebody
don't
else.
trust that.
You don't trust it?
No. But what can you play? Surprise me with this tribal guitar.
I'll play you something here.
Whoa. That thing sounds crazy.
Doesn't it though?
What is it?
This is called a harp guitar.
A harp guitar.
A harp guitar. It's just like a guitar, but you've got the bass strings
the
there.
harp. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Now I
harp-like because
understand.
you can grab these harmonics and they
That
ring out
makes
and
sense.
sound harp-like. Yeah, man.
That's great. Do you have a YouTube channel? I'm gonna subscribe.
I do have a YouTube channel. I'll type it in for you.
Oh, I've seen your channel before. It was a while. Wait. I think this is who I think it is.
Could be. There are other
Hopefully.
harp guitar players out there.
That's... I don't feel like that's true, but...
Well, while you're on the
Alright.
YouTube, why don't you search for harp guitar? You'll find a lot of harp guitar players on there.
You know what? I will, just for you, Travis Bowman.
Hey, thanks, man.
Of course. It would have an amazing day, sir.
You have an amazing day. Stay safe and clean.
You too, man.
All right,
Goodbye,
man. Have a
sir.
good one. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right, then. He must be just looking. Oh, good God. Ugh.
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah. It is. You know, I've got game consoles back there older than you.
You got like the old stuff.
Yeah. You know why? Because I'm old. Enjoy your childhood while you can, man.
I'll try.
Okay.
Stay
Stay
safe.
safe.
It's hella true. What the fuck is that?
Are you wearing a...
And then I ask you a question first. What instrument is this?
This is a harp guitar.
A harp guitar.
Is that a Gestapo uniform you're wearing, sir?
If it was a Gestapo, then you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know?
No, because Gestapo were undercover. You know what? They
Well,
wore
not
suits.
after history.
Tunic.
Oh, it's a tunic. Forgive me, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
And it's also the
Not
wrong
Gestapo.
color. I guess it's the wrong color to be a Gestapo uniform, too. That's my bad.
Yeah.
People make
That's
mistakes.
fine, man. Yeah. Everyone. I mean, Hitler made loads. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I say loads. I mean, he made a couple.
Singing? Are you a singer? Are you a singer?
I'm not a singer.
Oh. What do you have as guitar?
Alright, I need to refine my search because I've already talked to everyone in video games. So, I guess I'll just leave it blank. And see, either way, I can't do this for much longer because it's giving me a headache.
Hiya, mate. Whoa, that's it. Whoa. I play guitar, but that's interesting. What is it?
It's a harp guitar.
I've never heard of them.
I'm trying to get this now.
Brush your teeth, boy. Really interesting to chat with some of those guys and girls and figure out where they're from and learn about them and their stories and what they're going through personally right now. We're all having a really tough time this time of year with the pandemic that's going on, and we're all coping with it in the best way that we know how, which is social distancing and just washing our hands every day and just trying to stay healthy. We got to think about everybody in the music industry right now. The music industry is really hurting badly at this time. So think about your musicians that play music for a living and reach out to them, make sure they're okay. A lot of people are doing live streams these days, so check out a live stream and tip a musician if you can. And now's a great time to learn a new skill. Myself, I teach guitar locally, and I'm lucky enough to have all of my students actually move over to Skype lessons instead of in-person lessons. So I'm doing okay, and I'm really thankful for that, but a lot of other musicians are not at this time. So let's put our heads together and reach out and find your local musician that needs some help and give them a listen or two. Buy an album, support a live stream, do what you can. Thank you so much for watching my channel, subscribing and liking and all that good stuff. Working really hard to get a new video every week out to you guys. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Travis Bowman, and today we're going to have a little discussion about this instrument here in my lap, which is called the harp guitar. Now, long story short, this harp guitar, it's been around since the late 1800s, I believe, and it's one of the most beautiful instruments that there is out there. I get a lot of questions about the harp guitar, and as far as, you know, how do you play it, what's the first steps you should take, what is it, that kind of thing. So I figured I would take a little bit of time to explain all that. There's really only one source that you need to check out, and you need to find a guy. His name is Greg Minder. He's got a website. I'll link it in the description below. This guy is absolutely crazy about the harp guitar. He's so fond of the history of it. He's got a museum with nothing but a bunch of harp guitars in it. If you have questions about the harp guitar, that needs to be your one and only stop, for sure. So what is a harp guitar? Well, it's obviously a guitar, and it's normally tuned in standard tuning, although like any other instrument you can tune it in alter tunings if you want to. But the appeal for this specific instrument is, of course, these floating bass strings that you have along this giant arm here. Now, there's several different ways that you can tune it, which adds the allure of the instrument overall. There's so many possibilities that you can unlock with having these extra 6 bass strings here, but there's a few different schools of string gauges and tuning. Again, check out Greg Minder's website for more information on that. But the two most popular seem to be either the Stephen Bennett tuning or the Muriel Anderson tuning. Stephen Bennett tuning is what I've been using for the majority of my time playing the harp guitar, and it's my most preferred tuning, and as a result of that, for the remainder of this video, I will be using those string gauges and the Stephen Bennett tuning and variations of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that tuning. The guitar, just standard tuning, like always. So from the top string down, we've got a G, A, B, C, D, and then another G. So it's almost kind of like a major scale, G major scale. Now the great thing about this is that, as I mentioned before, you can change the tuning kind of on the fly. So I've got 2 Gs here. If I wanted to change this last string to an F sharp, I definitely could. I've done it many times. I could take my lowest sub bass string here, I could tune it down to an E maybe, or an F if I wanted to, like a B down to B flat, C up to C sharp. You can really kind of customize it depending on what kind of music that you're really wanting to play. The harp guitar is so customizable with those tunings. You can really find a tuning that'll work for you to play in all sorts of different keys and styles. Okay, so one of the big questions that I get about the harp guitar in general is it hard to play? It's kind of a loaded question. It depends on how you want to play it. And much like the guitar, you know, if you want to play just campfire songs, or if you just want to be a singer-songwriter kind of thing, or just cover other people's songs, then you just... That level of skill is achieved by a lot of people. You know, you can just strum the chords and sing the song if that's what you want to do. You know, you've got people that want to play all these really nice metal arpeggios and stuff on the electric guitar. That takes another degree of skill. And then fingerstyle stuff. That's another degree of skill. So it depends on where you're at, but you can really apply all of those different skills with this instrument. You don't have to learn how to play it a specific way. That's the great thing about it. So, for example, if I was going to strum, let's say I'm playing a strumming singing song in C, then a G, then an E minor, just for an example. So I can do that if I just play a C note, G, and then of course just an open E down here for an E minor. That's just a random example that I came up with. So you can pick these strings individually just to give you a little extra oomph with your bass if you want to. If you want to get more complicated into it, there's a lot of things that you can do with these sub bass strings instead of just, you know, picking them to give you an extra bass push to replace your bass player in your band. So if we're getting into like a little bit of fingerstyle stuff, you don't have to use your pick to come up there and pick the note. You can just reach up there with your thumb like that. So let's talk about the very few things that set this instrument apart from a regular guitar. Obviously we've got these bass strings here, but let's see what we can do with those. You've got harmonics. And you'll notice that I've labeled these harmonic locations with a Sharpie. I stole this idea from Muriel Anderson. It's a fantastic idea because now I never have an excuse to miss one of these. It's a very popular technique made famous by Lenny Breau and then amplified by Tommy Emmanuel. It's harmonics. You know, you can pick those like normal, but you can do those one-handed. So I'm going to place my index finger over the fret that the harmonic is on, in this case the 12th fret, and I'm going to use my thumb back behind it to kind of pick it. So I'm going to take that same technique and apply it to the sub bass strings. So you see how much fun this is already, and we haven't even really played a song or anything. The really cool part about the harp guitar is that no matter what you play on the guitar neck, because the harp guitar is such a natural, reverb-rich instrument, these strings are going to sympathize with whatever it is that you're playing on the guitar neck. So I'll give you an example. Let's start with an E minor. Move it down. So now let's get into more of the intermediate or advanced ways of playing the harp guitar. You've got these bass strings like I've mentioned, and they're floating. So let's say you had a chord progression that involved a B minor going into a C major, pretty common. So if we're going to add those bass strings, so I did something that was really subtle that you might not have noticed, switching from B minor to C major right there. And we're about to talk about right hand string stopping. This is a technique that's used a lot by Michael Hedges, especially in his harp guitar compositions as well as his just regular 6-string guitar compositions, but there's a reason that we need to do this. So if I'm going to play a B going to a C, it doesn't really work because these two notes aren't really agreeing with each other. They just don't work that way. So in order to get the desired effect of switching between B minor and C, you've got to mute the strings. And there's a lot of different ways to go about doing this. You can use your palm just like you palm mute here. You have to be kind of strategic with it though. So that's going to take some getting used to. So if we're talking about these first 3 strings, you have to, I'm just going to go G, A, B. You have to mute the string pretty much exactly at the point when you're about to play the next one. So if you'll notice, my thumb is coming down on that G as I'm playing the A. Same thing as I follow through the rest of the strings. I try to do a little bit of everything there, just strumming and then finger picking and then playing some of these harmonics, maybe even doing a little bit of that right hand string stopping. Those are basically your starting points if you're looking into getting a harp guitar, because they're a lot more accessible. I won't say exactly cheap, but they are more accessible than they used to be about 10 years ago. I really wanted to make this video for people that are either a harp guitar beginner or thinking about getting one. So after all that, I'd like to talk about my history with the instrument and where I started. In the early days of YouTube, 2006, 2007, 2008, that's where I discovered fingerstyle guitar music, specifically percussive fingerstyle guitar music. And I saw a video by a guy named Stephen Bennett. He was playing this weird instrument that looked very similar to this.
Okay.
I got this guitar in 2015, but I got my first one in 2013. I got it on eBay for it was about 550 bucks shipped back in the day, and I had a lot of fun with it. And it was a really nice introduction to playing the harp guitar, but you know, it didn't have a truss rod in it, and it really wasn't built to last. So around 2014, after I won the Ernie Ball Acoustic Prodigy Contest, Dyer Harp Guitars here in Southern California actually reached out to me. So I got this instrument in about 2015 from Dyer Harp Guitars. This is definitely one of my prized possessions. I've taken this all over the world with me. I've played this at the Harp Guitar Gathering, which is realistically where most of these signatures come from. So I was just thinking about the future, and it's such a small community of people that really enjoy and really respect and love and play the harp guitar. And I wanted to try to preserve that as much as I could. So I just told everybody at the gathering, you know, sign this. It doesn't matter if you're a famous guitar player or not. You know, we're a really tight community, and it's so nice to be able to preserve this, you know, in history, that people actually love this instrument and they play it, and there's a decent following for it. So there's a couple of signatures on here from guitar players that really inspired me to pick up the instrument in the first place. We've got Stephen Bennett way up here. Muriel Anderson's on here somewhere. There she is right there. And then Don Alder. And way down here we've got Andy McKee, and Don Ross is right there. And Steve Klein, who built the electric harp guitar for Michael Hedges back in the day. He signed it for me. There's so many of them. Hiro Takai, a great Japanese guitar player who was a fantastic harp guitar player. He played an instrument called the koto harp guitar, which koto is a Japanese instrument. So imagine something like this, but with an extra set of strings on it. I highly recommend you check him out. Unfortunately, he passed away. He was a fantastic musician, and I'm so glad to have his signature preserved on this instrument to have with me for the rest of time, pretty much. So I'll put the link in the description below to a bunch of links that you should check out for the Harp Guitar Gathering, Greg Miner's website. You can check out Stephen Bennett, Muriel Anderson, and like I said, I really wanted to make this video for the beginner harp guitar players, or for the people that are really curious about the instrument and not sure if you really want to pull the trigger on it yet. This is the kind of thing that you're going to get into. So it's an extremely approachable instrument. It just takes, like anything else, it takes muscle memory and practice to get used to it. But it's a fantastic instrument. It's one of those things where it just drew me in, and I couldn't ever stop thinking about it, and I still haven't. And I'm so glad to own this instrument. So at this time, I'd like to mention that I do teach for fingerstyle guitar and harp guitar. And I teach over the internet, over Zoom or Skype, whichever you prefer. So if you're interested in that, feel free to send me an email in the link below in the description. And I wish you the best of luck on all your musical journeys with the harp guitar. And thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what you think about the harp guitar. And I'll see you guys in the next video.